That's my laundry for today. And guess what? I didn't have to do it. Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about outsourcing and the importance of handing off projects that we don't necessarily want to do or that we aren't our best at. I learned very early in my business there was no way that I could possibly do it all. When I first started my business, I had 3 at the time. Number 5 is on the way now. So I had 3 at the time, keeping up as a wife, a mother, and then, all the home duties, and then also adding on this brand new business. I was worried that I would start investing too much time in one area and not getting the things done that need to be done. And so I learned that I needed to start handing some of these things off. And so as my husband and I discussed some of our options and what we could afford to hand off, the first thing that came to mind, of course, I was all too willing to get rid of my laundry duties. So once a week we had our babysitter. We asked if she would be willing to come in and fold the laundry. We paid her $25 each time she did it, and she folded it and put it away. And that was about 2 hours that I got back where I could invest that time into my business. And so I started thinking of other things. As my business started to grow and our income started to increase a little bit more, we started discussing more options of what we could do to help just kind of alleviate some of the duties in the home so that I could focus again more on my business and on my family. And so the next thing we did was we hired someone to come in and clean our house once every 2 weeks. That was a huge deal for us. Weeks later, as we started to see the increase come more, we would hand off other little tasks around the house, lawn care, again, because here my husband was coming home and he wasn't able to spend time with the family. And so it seemed appropriate to be able to spend time with each other on the weekends and have someone take over the lawn. As my business grew, I would give out more and more tasks. John Maxwell teaches that we should be outsourcing to people who can do 80%, at least 80% as good as what you're doing. So it may not be perfect, but you have to be willing to take that time to invest in those people, show them what you want, and if they can just do it 80% as good as you can, then it's worth outsourcing. And then, of course, there are those things that people can do a lot better than you. So why wouldn't you hand it off? I'll take editing this video as an example. I use Elance and I send my footage to them, and rather than spending hours cutting out stuff that I'm just not, that takes me way too much time, I can send it to them for a fraction of the cost. So one thing I love to waste time on is flyers. Some of you may be guilty of this, just making these cute little flyers for announcements or recognition or whatever it is. Again, something that takes a lot of time, especially as you get more detailed. So hand that kind of stuff off to other people so that you can focus on things that are going to help you grow and that you can also take that time to focus on your team. Giving up tasks can be so hard for some. I understand that. But again, just take that initial time to invest in others, show them what you want, and it will pay off so much in the end. Outsourcing really is a must if you want to grow your business without sacrificing the things that matter most to you.